Time now for sid-six-zero. This is where you had 60 seconds to talk about stuff. Thank you. He's one of the greatest goaltenders of his generation, an Olympic gold medalist, a former league MVP, a surefire Hall of Famer, and I don't know if we'll ever see him play another game. Carey Price of the Montreal Canadiens was placed on off-season long-term injured reserve yesterday. It basically helps Montreal get under the salary cap, but also reinforces one of the real difficult truths within that organization. That being, Price, who's got 4 years and $31 million left on his deal, might be done. A knee injury is what's holding him back physically. Worth remembering, Price also entered a treatment facility last November to better himself off the ice as well. Price's fall has been quick and tough to watch. It was just last year. Remember this? The Canadiens, with Price leading the way, made it to the Stanley Cup final, losing to Tampa in 5 games. That might be the last time we ever see Carey Price be great, and it's a shame. There were plenty of those moments. Julian McKenzie, always great, from The Athletic, Yahoo Sports, SDPN. Julian, great to see you. You cover the Habs day in and day out. There's a new venture for you. We'll get to that in a second. But Carey Price, I mean, you're in Montreal, I'm not. Is the feeling the same on your end? I don't know if we're going to see him again.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised at this point if he ever comes back. But I also feel with the way that he responded to some of those questions by the end of this past year, I already kind of had that feeling when he, we did. I don't know if you remember the last game of the year for the Montreal Canadiens, like a big 10-1 drubbing of the Florida Panthers. And with seconds left in the game, like he's looking back behind him and he's looking at his daughter and he's like, the whole game was going on and he's taking a moment to realize that it could be the very last game. And that's obviously before rehab and treatments occurred. But I still go back to that last press conference he gave us media types in Montreal, and he got really honest about his future. And that really opened the door for me to think that Carey Price, as a goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens, with all the injuries he's piled up, it could be done for him. But I feel as if yesterday's news with Kent Hughes saying he's on off-season LTI pretty much confirmed that for me.
Big picture, because, I mean, when you look at National Hockey League history, I don't think there's a discussion that from a goaltending perspective, the Habs have been the standard for basically all of league history. I know there's no Stanley Cup there for Price, and that is the standard in Montreal, but where does he sit in franchise history?
Well, this is a guy who has a whole bunch of goaltending records for the Montreal Canadiens still, and for a generation, at least around my age, that's the standard. You mentioned the word standard there. That's basically it for the Montreal Canadiens. You could look back at all these different teams who didn't make the playoffs or just underwhelmed, but Carey Price was that big constant that kept them up. And obviously you mentioned the league MVP season and the Vezina Trophy winning season as well. We're talking about one of the best goaltenders of the modern era, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm with you on the fact that he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I can understand that some people might want Henrik Lundqvist in before him, but he's definitely established himself as that.
Before we say goodbye to Julian here, FYI, personal note for Julian McKenzie, he is moving to Calgary, where he is going to be lead writer for The Athletic for the Calgary Flames coming up this season. And also it means, I'm guessing, 4:40 Central Time is going to be a little early for Julian McKenzie to be joining us in this time slot on breakfast television. But 2 things. 1, we're going to see you again. We'll give you a call later in the show to help you out because you're amazing. And 2, congratulations, man. Final thoughts from you. Great stuff.
I just want to say, always been great to be on your show, man. I'm going to miss you. 4:40 is a little early for me.
It's a little early. We'll bug you.
I will treasure all these moments with you. Yes.
I love you, man, because you're amazing. You're one of the most talented guys in the business. We'll call you a little later on, give you the Calgary break. But congratulations. Great move.
Thank you so much, man. Love you too.